Just look at what happened to Shaul, King Shaul, the one they translate to King Saul. King Shaul was instructed to go and kill all the Amalekites, destroy everything, even the cow, the rams, the lamb, everything, destroy all. But when he went there, he saw fat rams, saw fat lambs, fat healthy lamb, and those distracted him. What he saw with the eyes distracted him, and he took them. Instead of killing them, he took them. And YAHUAH said, he said, obedience is better than sacrifice, because Shaul said he's bringing them to sacrifice to YAHUAH. The YAHUAH said, he all these things, and he is the creator of everything. He created all. It's not your sacrifice that matters. It's your obedience to YAHUAH's daba, to YAHUAH's instructions. That's what matters in this arat. To the Rabbi YAHUAH. Let's see what happened to the one he gave 1 talent. It's in verse 24. Then the servant with the 1 bag of silver came and said, Master, I knew you were a harsh man, harvesting crops you did not plant, and gathering crops you did not cultivate. Is that making excuse? And that's how a lot of people are today. They make excuses. When they fail to follow the instructions of Abba YAHUAH, they will be making excuses constantly. He said, I was afraid I would lose your money, so I hid it in the. He said, so I hid it in the underground. And I hid it underground. Look, here is your money back. The master replied, you wicked and lazy servants. If you knew I harvested crops I did not plant, and gathered crops I did not cultivate, why did you not deposit my money in the bank? At least I could have gotten some interest on it. So why did you not invest it in the bank? At least something would have come up, even though it's not up to the 1, but at least there would have been an addition. You see, so YAHUAH gave us the Amunah, our Amunah, to increase. A lot of us today, the Amunah that YAHUAH gave to us, because Amunah is a gift to us, the Amunah that YAHUAH gave to us, which is the translated to faith, a lot of us today, there's no single Amunah left. The Amunah is no longer there. If you check many people today, no single Amunah, because immediately you receive YAHUAH, you receive Yahusha into your life, there is Amunah that is sown in your life. And that Amunah, you are supposed to grow it day by day. But today, go and check a lot of people, no single Amunah there. And that is the words of Yahusha to those people. He said, verse 25, he said, I was afraid I would lose your money. The Amunah that YAHUAH gave to you. A lot of people would think that, oh, I will lose the Amunah, so I want to go and dig it somewhere so that it will not lose. No. So I hid it in underground. Look, here is your Amunah, your money back. But the master replied, you wicked and lazy servant. If you knew I harvested crop I did not plant, and gathered crops I did not cultivate, why did you not deposit my money in the bank? At least I could have gotten some interest. At least some interest would have entered the Amunah that YAHUAH gave to you. But now you run the Amunah down to the ground. Nothing came out. Nothing. You see? At the end of the day, that's the life a lot of people live today. He said, then he ordered, take the money from this servant and give it to the one with the 10 bags of silver. He said, take it from him and give it to the one with the 10 bags of silver. To those who use well what they are giving, to those who use well what they are giving, even more will be given, and they will have an abundance. And they will have an abundance. But from those who do not even, he said, for those who do not, even what little they have will be taken away. The ones that they don't have anything, the little that they have will be taken away. Now, throw this useless servant into outer darkness, where there will the whipping and garnishing of teeth. You see? Say, you should throw this evil and wicked servant into utter darkness. And that is what will happen to a lot of people at the end of time. You see? Because they did not produce results. They did not bear any fruits. So they will throw them into the utter darkness. You see? So at the end of the day, it's very important that you bear fruit of righteousness in your life. You must bear fruit of righteousness in your life. It's a must. It's not something that you can joke with. If you want to live the life that YAHUAH has given to you, the life of an ending, the life that does not end, eternal life of joy, you must bear fruit of righteousness continuously, every day of your life. Let's look at YAHUAH, James chapter 3, verse 13 to 18. He said, if you are wise and understand the ways of YAHUAH, prove it by living an honorable life. If you are wise and you understand the ways of YAHUAH, prove it by living an honorable life, doing good works with the humility that comes from wisdom. But if you are bitterly jealous and there is selfishness, there is selfish ambition in your heart, do not cover up the truth with boasting and lying. For jealousy and selfishness are not wisdom of YAHUAH. Such things are evil and not from the Ruach. They are demonic. You see? So the wisdom that you need to use in this life, you cannot form wisdom. Wisdom is not what you can form. Just like you see, they say if you are wise and understand the ways of YAHUAH, prove it by living an honorable life. Living honorable life, living the right life is bearing fruit of righteousness, my brothers and my sisters. You see, living the right life is bearing fruit of righteousness. Verse 16, for whatever there is, for wherever there is jealousy and selfish ambition, there you will find disorder and evil of every kind. The reason why there is evil of every kind in a lot of places, it is because of jealousy and selfishness. And you cannot bear the fruit of righteousness when you have jealousy, of people around you. You are jealous of people around you. You cannot bear the fruit of righteousness. That is covetousness. When you have covetousness, that means you are breaking the commandment of YAHUAH. So that means for you to bear the fruit of righteousness, you must constantly obey YAHUAH's commandment. When you don't obey YAHUAH's commandment, you cannot bear the fruit of righteousness. You see? So bearing the fruit of righteousness is by your obedience to Abba YAHUAH, the commandment that he has given to you. From this day, you need to understand this. You must bear the fruit of righteousness in your day-to-day life. Told Rabbi YAHUAH Sabaoth. He said, for wherever there is jealousy and selfish ambition, there you will find disorder, evil of every kind. He said, then you will find disorder and evil of every kind. But the wisdom from above is first of all pure. The wisdom from above is pure. It is also shalom. Shalom of, he said it is also shalom ahava, which is shalom, shalom loving. You must be peace loving. That's what it means. Shalom ahava means peace loving. You see? Gentle at all times. You must be gentle at all times and willing to yield to others. Yield. Sometimes you yield, because too much of arguments can lead you to sin. So he said you just yield to others. It is full of mercy. The wisdom of YAHUAH, the wisdom from above is full of mercy. You have mercy on people. And the wisdom from above, and the fruit of good deeds. The wisdom from above is the fruit of good deeds. You will be doing good deeds. That's doing the right things. It shows no favoritism, and it's always sincere. You will be always live sincere life continuously in your everyday. Do not be partial, because somebody you want to receive something from somebody, you not make partial judgment. No. Verse 18. He said, and a harvest of righteousness is grown from the seed of shalom planted by shalom makers. So the harvest of righteousness, if you want to harvest righteousness, it is a seed of shalom planted by shalom makers. It's a seed of peace planted by peacemakers. That is what that means. You see? So you must be peace loving. You must be shalom lovers. Constantly have shalom in your heart. It helps you a lot. It helps you make the right choice in life. You see? So let Abba YAHUAH guide you in making all the right choices in life, so that you will bear the fruit of righteousness. Toda Rabba YAHUAH Sabaoth, Toda Rabba YAHUAH. Awesome. Galatians chapter 6, verse 7 to 10. Do not mislead. He said, do not be misled. You cannot mock the justice of YAHUAH. You cannot mock the justice of YAHUAH. You cannot be unrighteous and you will think that YAHUAH will, one way or the other, forgive you or do. No. When YAHUAH forgive you, you must start living the right life that Abba YAHUAH has programmed you to live. Without you living that life that YAHUAH programmed you to live, my brothers and my sisters, do not have another thought in your mind. That this life that I'm living now, if maybe in 3 years' time I'll start doing the right things. No, you cannot bear the fruit of righteousness when you have those kind of thoughts. It is now. Now is the time. Now that you are hearing the Daba of YAHUAH talking to you, now is the time that you have, to bear the fruit of righteousness. Start it from this very point of your life. You see? Do not be misled. Do not. He said, do not be misled. You cannot mock the justice of YAHUAH. You will always harvest what you plant. You will always, what you sow, that is what you will reap. You will harvest what you plant. That seed that you plant is the same, what you will reap. You cannot plant, a mango and you are expecting to reap an apple. No. It's what you plant that you will reap. You see? Those who live only to satisfy their own sinful nature will harvest decay and death. So when you live to satisfy your sinful nature, you will harvest decay and death. So bear the fruit of righteousness so that you will harvest righteousness constantly in your life. Do not live. He said those who live only to satisfy their sinful nature will harvest decay and death. Do not harvest decayedness and death because of your unrighteousness. So when you bear the fruit of righteousness, you will harvest joy, you will harvest shalom, you will harvest baraka, you will harvest favor, you will harvest favor, you will harvest all the goodness of Abba YAHUAH. But when you satisfy your sinful nature, you will harvest decay and death. You will decay. You know what they call decay? Something that is spoiling. Something that is spoiling. That's decay and death. Because when it starts spoiling, before you see, death will not take over. From the sinful, he said you will harvest decay and death from the sinful nature. Say, but those who live to please the Ruach will harvest the everlasting life from the Ruach. So the everlasting life is our goal as the Kadash assembly, as the Kadash children of Abba YAHUAH. Let the everlasting life be your goal from this very point of life. You see? Don't focus on any other kind of life. Focus on the everlasting life that Abba YAHUAH gives.